Okay. So sitting in a posture that is comfortable for you, and you're welcome to place a cushion under your sit bones. When you place a cushion under your sit bones, you're basically lifting your hips up, and so you're taking pressure off your knees. So we'll just start by settling into the moment, mentally preparing for the next 75 minutes of our practice. Eyes can be gently closed or have a downward gaze. And coming into this moment with the breath, taking a moment also to set your intention for today's practice. So I'd like to invite you to set an intention around the concept of ahimsa. What does nonviolence mean to you? And to remember that in your practice, that you want to be gentle and kind to yourself. In your thoughts, in our words, in our actions. Bringing your awareness into your heart center. And for the next few breaths, as you breathe, focusing on the heart region, focusing on the energy center, also known as the Anahata chakra. Then when you're ready, counting back from 5 to 1, and then gently opening your eyes. And I'd like to start by taking a moment to connect to the breath in a deeper way with our movements. So I'm going to invite you to roll over onto all fours, coming into a cat and cow stance. Palms are flat, knees are apart. So we're coming into the cat and cow, and you're welcome to exhale, round your back. Inhale, open your chest, arch down. So we'll just do 4 at the pace of your breath. Releasing tension from the lower back. You're welcome to tuck your head in or just move the trunk of your body. Notice if you're locking your elbows and soften them. When you feel ready, after you've done about 4, tuck your toes
Come into downward facing dog. Palms are still flat. And you're welcome to lower one heel at a time, feeling that hamstring stretch. Then gently walking to the front of your mat, coming into a standing forward fold. You can notice if your feet are together, open hip width, slightly apart, keeping your knees soft, micro bending them, straightening them. Noticing how this feels on the rest of the body. So just bend and straighten. And then finally, fully bending your knees, let your arms, your head, your neck hang as you slowly unroll, vertebrae by vertebrae. So bending your knees takes the pressure off the lower back. And unwinding into a standing position helps in case you have a tendency to get head rushes, which I do. Taking a moment once you're standing in, this could be either samasthiti or a variation of the mountain pose. Notice your posture, how straight you're standing. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, bring your palms together. So we're going to follow the breath. My instructions will just be a guide. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up either from the front or the side. So you lengthen into Tadasana, mountain. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale to half forward fold. Fingers on your shin, flat back. Exhale to full forward fold. Fingers in line with your toes. And then on your next breath in, take your right leg back, left leg back. Exhale. You're welcome to do knees, chest, shin, or chaturanga, depending on how warmed up your body feels. Inhale into cobra, Bhujangasana, and stay here for a moment. And I invite you to say the affirmation, and you're welcome to change it to an affirmation that works for you. I am tender awareness. And as you say this, bring your awareness to your heart. I am tender awareness. And then on your next exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Staying here for one cycle of a breath in and out. And then we'll start with crescents. You're welcome to drop your left knee. Bring your right leg forward. Sweep your arms up. Remember to cushion your knees if you need to. Coming into crescent, Anjane Asana. Deep, nourishing breath in and out. And then on your subsequent exhale, bringing your palms back down. Inhale, take your right leg back, lift your left knee off the mat, coming into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, shin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. I am tender awareness. Exhale back to downward facing dog. Bringing the left leg forward, right knee on the mat. And you're welcome to place the right knee before or after, whichever works for you. And then sweep your arms up on an inhale. One full cycle of a breath in and out. And then on your subsequent exhale, palms come down. Inhale, take the left leg back, lifting your right knee off the mat. Plank. Exhale, lower down to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog again. And then on your next inhale, we're going to do warrior two. So you're welcome to bring the right leg forward between your hands. You're welcome to drop your knee and then lift it back up again. Turn your left foot flat so it's on the mat. Coming into Virabhadasana, warrior. Bend your knees, sink into your hips. Your drishti or your gaze will be straight into the distance. And on your next exhale, helicopter hands down, rotate or pivot your left foot at the back. Inhale, step your right back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. And then on your next inhale, stepping the left leg into warrior two, you are welcome to drop your knee first. Bring the left leg forward, lift the knee off the mat, turn the right foot so it's flat. Circle your right arm, bring the left up. Try not to lose your balance. Go slowly. Tapping into the warrior within. The breath. Feeling the muscles on your left leg, right leg. Noticing if your arms feel heavy or light. And then gently exhale back down. Rotate the right foot at the back. Inhale, step your left into plank. Exhale, lower down in knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, slide into upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, roll off the toes to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we're going to come back to warrior two again. Bring the right foot forward, turn the left so it's flat. Circle your arms. And then once you're here, I'm going to invite you to turn the right foot so both the right and the left feet are parallel. And then slide so that your toes are out towards the corner of your mat, coming into the goddess pose. Palms can be placed against each other. Feel that on your thighs. And then open your palms into cactus, arms turn to the right. On an exhale. Inhale back to center, and then on your next exhale, turn to the left. Inhale back to center, and then we're going to transition back to warrior two. So rotate the left foot, turn the right so it's pointed towards the right wall. And then exhale back down. Inhale, take the right back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra, holding space for your heart. This time, the affirmation I'd like to invite you to say: and change in whichever way resonates for you. I flow through life. And you may not flow through life, and that's absolutely fine. But it's our intention that matters over here.
Then on your next exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left leg into warrior two. Turn the right foot flat. We're going to come back into goddess again. So turn your left foot and then pivot both the feet so they're out against the corner or towards the edges of your mat. Bring your palms together, coming into goddess. Bringing your awareness to your heart center. I tap into the goddess within. Welcome to sway. So you might be able to see that I'm straightening my right leg and then my left. See how that feels for your body. Coming back into stillness with goddess. And then pivoting back to warrior two. So rotate the right foot, turn the left so it's pointed to the left wall, the left side, bringing your arms out into warrior two. And then exhale back down. Rotate the right foot at the back. Inhale, step your left foot back to plank. Exhale down, whichever way works for you, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. From here, I'm going to invite you to lower down onto your knees, come into child's pose. Lower your hips, lower your sit bones. Knees can be together or apart. Bringing your forehead onto the mat or a block. Or you're also welcome to make your hands into a fist. Place your forehead on the fists. And I'd like to invite you here to think of 3 things that you're grateful for and why you're grateful for them. If you're done with your 3 thoughts of gratitude, I'd also like to invite you to take a moment as we're bowing down to the earth to thank the earth for its bounty, for which, if we were not for the earth, none of us would be here. And then when you're done thanking the earth, just know that cultivating a gratitude practice helps the body produce something called immunoglobulin A, which helps the body fight viruses and bacteria and strengthens the immune system. There's a little science thrown in as to why a gratitude practice works for us. And then finally, on your next inhale, we're going to lift the head and chest up. Come back into a cat and cow stance. This time, I'm going to invite you to lift your head and chest up. Stretch your right leg out, again, making sure that you're comfortable on the knee front and cushioned. Inhale, lengthen your arms. Exhale, fold forward into the half split. So keeping your knees soft, palms are supporting you on either side of your leg.
bringing the chest as comfortably close to your thigh or your knee as you are able to, breathing into that stretch. This is called Ardha, half, Hanumanasana, which translates into the monkey god in English, or just the half split. Then on your next inhale, lift your head and chest back up, fold your right leg, stretch the left out. Exhale as you walk the chest comfortably close to your left leg, walking the palms to support you and placing them so that you are comfortable. Keeping your knees soft, breathing into the hamstring stretch, and also noticing if there's any similarities or differences between the left and the right side of your body. And finally, on your next inhale, you're welcome to lift your head and chest up, fold your left knee back in, place your palms down onto the mat, stretch your legs out behind you, coming into a lying down position, chin chest on the mat. Once again, inhale into cobra. And if you're up for it, bring your arms alongside the body, coming into a variation of cobra. And then if you're up for it, lift the legs up behind, bringing Shalabhasana, the locust pose, into the mix. Great for your lower back. Hold just for one more cycle of your breath. And then gently exhale down. Bringing your palms back under your knees. Exhale, under your shoulders. Exhale to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, we're going to drop the left knee coming into lizard. So left knee drops, right foot comes on the outside of the right palm. You're welcome to take the left knee a little further back. And here, if you want to place a block under your left elbow, you're welcome to do that. You're welcome to bend your elbows, keep them straight, depending on how much intensity of a stretch you would like to enjoy. Again, keeping the practice safe. Lizard is a hip opening pose. Noticing also if that affects your breathing, making it a little shallow. And then deepen so that the next two breaths in are slightly deeper, pulling it all the way down into the belly. On your next inhale, straighten up your arms, take your right knee back. And then we'll just bring the left leg on the outside of the left palm, right knee placed so that you can feel a stretch. Then you're welcome to bend the elbow, place a block under it. And again, just observing the difference and the similarities between the left and the right without judgment. And then finally, on your next inhale, straighten up your arms, bring your left knee back on the mat. Exhale, lower your chin. This kind of works like a mini tricep push-up as you bring your chest and your chin down. And as you inhale, lift your head and chest up. I'd like to welcome your
practice or welcome the Sphinx into the practice today. So this is a deep back bend, which you're welcome to skip. So you're on your forearms. You're lifting your heart center, looking straight ahead, breathing into your heart. Staying here for one more breath. And then finally exhale to downward facing dog. So slide your palms back under your shoulders. Exhale as you lift up into downward facing dog. And then I'd like to invite you to do the three-legged dog. So make sure that you don't have a wall or anything that you're going to hit behind you. And then inhale, lift your right leg into three-legged dog. Pado Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice long tongue twister. Rotate your ankle clockwise, counterclockwise. Coming into the pigeon. So right knee lowers down next to the right palm. Lower your left leg, slide it further back out. So you're coming into a deep back bend here. Open up the chest. Exhale, fold forward. So you might find that you want to place a block under the right thigh. Cushion your forehead so that it's comfortable for your neck. Notice the inner thigh stretch, the outer thigh stretch, the left leg stretched out behind you. Notice any textures against your arms, elbows, the back of your foot, on the right and the left. Noticing where your mind wanders off to. And then on your next inhale, lift your head and chest up, coming back to the deep back bend. And here I'd like to invite you to visualize something you really love a lot. So a pet, a plant, a stone, a rock, not really a person, but something that you have this deep, unconditional love for. Maybe your child, your grandchild. And as you visualize in front of you, I'd like to invite you to say the following statements. And again, you're welcome to change them in whichever way resonates for you. These are meta statements, loving kindness. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful and at ease. Then readjusting your right hand so that you're supported. Circle your left, bend your knee, grab a hold of your foot. Breathing into the quad stretch. And then releasing. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right leg to downward facing dog. Slide into plank, knees, chest, shin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale left into three-legged dog. Open up that hip, rotate your ankle. It will be very happy. Clockwise, counterclockwise. And then exhale into Kapotasana pigeon. Left knee down to the left palm. Lower your right knee, slide your right leg out behind you. Open up that chest and then exhale, fold forward, supporting your forehead. Again, noticing temperature, cool and warm, textures, sensations. And then finally, on your next inhale, gently lift your head and chest up, coming into this deep back bend. This time, I'd like to invite you to focus or bring into your awareness or into your mind's eye yourself. Visualize that you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're sending loving kindness thoughts to yourself. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be healthy and at ease. And then readjusting your left palm, circle your right, bend your knee, grab a hold of your foot, breathing into that quad stretch. And release. Inhale back to center. Exhale left to downward facing dog, sliding into plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, whichever your body feels up to doing. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog again. And if you're up for a variation of side plank, readjust your palms, turn your right foot, and lift up. So if this works too much or it feels a little intense, bend your left foot, give yourself that support. And then pivot back down into a plank position, this time turning the other side. And for the left, you're welcome to place one foot or both the feet side by side instead of stacking them, or bend your leg in front. And release. We're just holding for 5 seconds. Come back into a plank stance. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale back to downward facing dog. And we're finally going to end the practice or end the sun salutation. Inhale, step the right leg forward. And you're welcome to lift your left leg at the back. Walk your palms in front. Feel that stretch. Left foot flexed. Right knee soft. Palms either on a block. And then bringing your left leg back down. Lift your right leg up. Okay. Stretching, keeping knees soft. Using the palms to support. Notice your breathing pattern. And then gently exhale, bring the right leg back down.
coming into Utkatasana chair pose. So on your next exhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, sink into your hips, skip anything that doesn't work for you. Skip also if this is not going to work for your knees or your ankle. Holding for one more breath. And then exhale into your forward fold. Inhale to half forward fold. Shins, fingers on your shins, flat back. Exhale to full forward fold. And as you come back into a forward fold, notice if your feet are exactly where you started. And then inhale, sweep your arms up into mountain, Tadasana. Lengthen the spine, bring your palms together, prayer position in front of your heart center. Samastiti, palms by your side. So Samastiti means equal balance in English. So notice if you're actually standing on both the right and the left foot with equal balance, or if there's a tendency to have a little bit more weight on one side. Observe and make any changes. And then gently bring your awareness to your posture. Are you truly standing straight, or is there a slight tendency to hunch or round the back? And then lastly, bring your awareness to your breath. And then gently shake yourself out. Good job. Perfect. So what I'd like to do now is just a tree pose, Vrikshasana. So you're welcome to roll your toe, balls, and heel onto the mat. Step into a low, a medium below your knee, or place the foot against your thigh. And also you're welcome to do the lotus, whichever variation works for you. Palms in prayer position, cactus arms, or straight up. Notice where your gaze is. Is it straight ahead or on the point on the ground? Notice if your left knee or your right knee, whichever you're standing on, is micro bent or locked. And then soften. Release. Good job. Shake your leg out. Switch sides. Roll the toe, the balls, and the heel onto the mat. Coming into your low, medium, or your higher tree or lotus, depending on which variation you feel like doing today. Knee soft, deep, nourishing breath. Drishti, gaze straight ahead or on a point on the ground in front of you without compromising your chin. And release. Perfect. Good job. Shake your leg out. We're going to do a variation of triangle.
called, I call it chitty chitty bang bang, and there's a story behind that. So you're going to point your right toe, left is parallel to your mat, maybe slightly at an angle, feet about 4 feet, and if you're taller, maybe a little wider apart. You're going to bring your arms shoulder height on an inhale. You're welcome to hinge your hips to the right and then exhale, coming into chitty chitty bang bang. So this is going to work your intercostal muscles. Notice if you're locking your knee, both of them. And if you start to shake, that's your central nervous system. So just breathing deeply. And release. Switching sides. Turn your right, point your left. And again, making sure that you're comfortable, rooted, knees soft. Inhale, lift your arms up. Hinge your hips to the left. Exhale. If you don't hinge your hips, that works also. Palms facing each other, parallel to your ears. Breathing deeply and just noticing the breath, the body, and the mind. And then releasing on the next inhale, back up again. Exhale, bring your palms down. Please have a seat. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit in Baddha Konasana, bound angle. So bringing the soles of your feet together. You're welcome to interlace your fingers around your toes. If you want, you're welcome to flap your knees up and down like Titali, butterfly. Or you can exhale, lean forward, press your elbows down into your calf muscles. Gently closing your eyes. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. This time, I'd like to invite you to visualize your breath as a healing entity. So maybe giving your breath a color. I typically like to refer to the breath as a golden healing energy that we're breathing into the body, sending over to either the inner right thigh to begin with, relaxing the muscle, releasing tension. And sending the breath over to any other part of the body that you may feel really needs a little bit of tenderness. Taking another deep, nourishing breath in, this time sending it over first to the inner left thigh, relaxing the muscle, releasing tension. And then you're welcome to send the breath over to any other part of the body or an area that you feel really needs some tenderness. And then finally, on your next inhale, lift your head and chest up. You're welcome to stretch your legs, shake them if you need to. And then I'd like to also invite you to rotate your ankles while they're still on the floor or the mat. We're going to do a pose where you're going to fold one leg in like you're doing a half cross-legged seated pose. And then you're going to lean slightly back, lift your other leg up. So I folded the left foot, right is lifted, and walk your hands up your thigh, your calf muscle, all the way to your ankle. and to the sole of your foot. Wherever you're able to hold, breathing into the hamstring stretch, knee soft. And release. Switching sides. So right leg is a half cross-legged seated position. Left is stretching out, lifting it up, walking your hands up the thigh, calf muscle, ankle, sole of your foot or your big toe, wherever you feel comfortable. You're also welcome to use a tie. And this is called one leg lifted to the head in English. And release. Perfect. Stretching your legs out. We're going to do the spinal twist. So bringing the left leg over the right knee. Okay, and I'm going to turn. So right leg will be straight, knee soft, left is over the right knee. Circle your left arm, place it behind, and then you're welcome to hold your shin or your calf, wrap your elbow around your knee, or lengthen your right arm, place it against your thigh, coming into a deeper twist called Ardha Matsyendrasana. So right hand can stay up, or you can stretch it out. You can bring the index and the thumb together. This works like a mudra, a seal, or an energy lock. And once you come into the spinal twist, I invite you to close your eyes. This is where your mind may start to wander. So notice where it goes. Does it go into the past or the future? And finally, on your next inhale, swivel back to center. Stretch your left leg out, shake it if you need to, and then bring the right leg over the left knee. Circle your right arm, place it gently behind so you're not weight bearing too much, but it's just supporting. And then your right can either hold the knee, wrap the elbow around the shin, or lengthen your left. Exhale into a twist. Once you feel like you've settled into the pose, you're welcome to gently close your eyes. Scan your body, noticing how much weight is on the right hand behind, how straight the back is, whether your eyes are opened, closed, and irrespective of whether your eyes are opened or closed, notice if your eyes are focused on a point. Could be the third eye between your eyebrows, could be focused on the breath. You could be wondering what those sounds were. That was Chotu. And then finally, on your next inhale, releasing from the pose, left arm off your thigh, inhale back to center. Stretch your right leg, shake it out if you need to. And then we're going to do Vishnu's pose, Anantasana. This is one of my favorite hip opening poses and hamstring stretches. So you're going to lie down, cradle your head in your hand, one variation. Second is let your head rest on your upper arm. Third variation can be the Jane Fonda, where you're on the forearm. So picking whichever variation works and resonates for you. Lower leg bent, in my case, it's my right leg, and then inhale, lift the left leg up. Again, assuming or not to assume that you're doing the same leg as I am, keeping your knees soft on the leg that you've lifted up. And you're welcome to hold either the thigh, the calf muscle, the sole of your foot. Scan your body. It should ideally be in a straight line parallel to your mat. And as you relax in Vishnu's pose with your eyes gently closed, here's where I invite you to be aware of where your mind is going. Noticing if your body is heavy or light. Holding just for one more breath. And then gently exhale back down. Roll over onto the other side, picking whichever variation works for you. Cradle head in hand, rest your head on your upper arm, or the Jane Fonda look. Lower leg bent. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift the other leg. In my case, it's my right leg. Hold thigh, calf muscle, ankle, or the sole of your foot. Do keep your knees soft. Notice if your elbow is straight in line with the rest of the body. And if you're not fully straight, that works also. Just enjoy the stretch. You're welcome to also close your eyes, bringing your awareness first to scanning the body, then the breath, and then being aware of any thoughts that pass through. Then gently exhale, bringing the right leg back down. Perfect. From here, I'm going to invite you to roll over onto your back, keeping your knees bent, chin slightly tucked in. We're going to do eye of the needle. So placing the right ankle against left thigh, exhale as you bring your left leg up. Your right hand would typically go between your legs, and you're welcome to either hold your knee or behind the knee, whichever variation works for you. Let your left leg relax. And as you come into the eye of the needle, notice how your body is resting and relaxing. So eye of the needle is another one of those great hip opening poses. So you're using that healing breath to relax the muscle. Release tension. Noticing also how your body is placed on your mat in this moment. Noticing if your eyes are open or closed. Holding for one more breath. And release. So switching sides, left ankle on the right knee. Exhale as you lift your right leg up, bringing your left arm between the legs, interlacing your fingers either on the shin or behind your knee, chin slightly tucked in, allowing your body to settle, to relax, to go deeper into the breath. And whenever a thought pops into your mind, you're welcome to notice whether it's a helpful, unhelpful, or neutral thought. You can label it and then let it go, either like a cloud passing by in the sky, or place it on a leaf on a stream and watch it go down the stream. And then finally, on your next inhale, let go of your leg, lower it, stretch your legs out, shake them if you need to. And then you're welcome also to bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees drop to the right and the left side. So we're coming into a recline bound angle variation. We won't hold this too long. So you're welcome to place your arms under your thighs if the stretch gets too intense, but we'll just hold for 2 more breath counts. And then lifting your knees up, bring both your knees down to the left side. Typically, we start on the right, so I'd like to do it a little different. So lower both the knees to the left. Palms can be stretched, arms can be stretched out, palms face up or face down. So you're coming into recline twist. You're welcome to turn your head to the right, so it's opposite direction from your knees, and you're welcome to have your eyes closed or open. I invite you to hold this for 5 breath counts. You're welcome to place a block between your thighs if that's more comfortable. When you're done with 5, gently lift your knees up, roll them over to the right. Again,
working on whichever variation, block between the thighs, perhaps. Feet are stacked one on top of the other. Some people like to do a variation of recline twist. So fall into whatever works for you, keeping your arms still stretched out. Head can stay, turn towards the opposite direction or stay with the head facing the ceiling, eyes open or closed. Preferably, I invite you to close your eyes because you're tapping into the fifth limb of yoga, which is called pratyahara. You're withdrawing your senses from the world around. Noticing if thoughts pop into your mind. And again, you're welcome to label them as helpful, unhelpful, related to the past or the future. And let them go like clouds passing in the sky, or maybe placing them on a leaf and letting it float down a stream. You're also welcome to count 5 breath counts. So picking one of these techniques and then allowing yourself to relax. And finally, on your next inhale, lift your knees back up, stretch yourself out into Shavasana, corpse pose. Legs are stretched out. You're also welcome to place a bolster underneath your thighs or a cushion, underneath your knees. Palms can be face up, arms alongside your body, feet open to the width of your mat, chin slightly tucked in. Once you make yourself comfortable in corpse pose, we're going to do a short breathing exercise and then go into the final relaxation. So you're going to breathe in for the count of 4, hold the breath for the count of 7, and exhale for the count of 8. My instructions are just a guidance. Please follow what is comfortable for your breath. And if you feel short of breath during this exercise, just breathe normally. So when you're ready, inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4. Hold your breath. 7, exhale. 8, inhale. Hold your breath.
Exhale. Eight. Inhale. Hold your breath. Exhale. Breathe normally and naturally, noticing how this feels for your body. And this brings me to the last and the final part of our practice. So I invite you to make any final adjustments so that you're fully comfortable. You may want to cover in case your body temperature drops and you feel cold. Last and the final part of this practice is a variation of Yoga Nidra, also known as final relaxation. You're welcome to follow the sound of my voice or even repeat in your mind. So making any comfortable final adjustments, I relax my toes, my legs, and my hips. My toes, legs, and hips are relaxed. I relax my stomach, my chest, and my shoulders. My stomach, chest, and shoulders are relaxed. I relax my arms, my elbows, and my wrists. My arms, elbows, and wrists are relaxed. I relax my neck, my jaw, and my eyes. My neck, jaw, and eyes are relaxed. I relax my liver, my lungs, and my heart. My liver, lungs, and heart are relaxed. I relax my entire body, breathing, and my thoughts. My body, breathing, and thoughts are relaxed. Inhale deeply. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing the energy and the awareness back to your body. You're welcome to give yourself a stretch by interlocking your fingers behind your head. Flex your toes, point them, feel all the tension releasing throughout. You're welcome to bend your knees, hug them into your chest, wrap your arms around your knees, giving yourself a mini hug. This is called a Panasana. You're welcome to roll to the right. Take your time in coming to a seated position. Do keep your eyes closed just for a few more seconds. Once you're seated, take a moment to just notice how you feel in this moment. And then gently bring your palms together, warming them, rubbing them against each other. And then cup them over your eyes. Thanking your body for today's practice. Namaste. Namaste translates to I bow to the divine, the light within you, and is also just a simple way of saying hello and goodbye in India. Thank you so much.